have one more question for us guys to think about. Why do you think people have a hard time making themselves believe, or having the confidence to execute things, but for other people it's easy for them? What do you think makes it easy for other people to do it, to just execute things, to not complain about things, just do it? How? What's the...
Right. I think I understand your question, Josh. I will start by saying that execution is like a muscle. And the reason I use that terminology or that word is because I believe it can be trained. And the difference between thinking and doing is doing. And what I mean is, you've got to make that first move. You have to get up and not just think, but make that first step. So look at it like this. You have a piece of paper, you write down the goals that you thought about, write them down. The next thing you should do is actually pick number one and start working on it. So the difference between those who think and don't naturally get to the point of achieving that is that they don't make the first step of actually doing it. And the more you do, the more you believe in yourself. The more you do, the more you achieve, the more you do more to achieving.
And I think that ties in really nicely with having habits, good habits. And they say how to become a successful person or to have a successful habit, you needed to do it for like a minimum of 3 weeks.
Absolutely.
And how often do
days.
people go, yes, I'm going to be like Kayla Itzines and I'm going to follow her Bikini Magic body program. And after the 3rd day, they've already given up.
That's right.
And that ties in with not only positive thinking, but positive action. And I think that's what you're hitting the nail on the head there, Charles, is how, yes, we can have this positive thinking, we can look on our Instagram, we can look on our Facebook, we can have all the quotes, we can look at them on Randomtainment, constantly looking, but we need to then take that inspiration and actually put that into action. It's really incredible how I'm an educator, I'm a teacher, and I can see it with the children in my class. The children who, they've got the positive language. They go, I can do this, even if they've made the mistake 100 times over and they can't get through the maths. You know, that language is speaking to them and showing them that they can have this growth mindset, that you are going to be able to do this. We just have to find a new strategy rather than them just, I can't do this, I'm not good at maths, and then they give up. And I think that's been maybe a problem in the education system, how for generations we've been taught, oh, you're good at maths, you're not good at maths, you're good at science, you're not good at English. You get told what you're good at and what you're not good at, and that puts us in our boxes. So being able to speak to children and be like, it's okay if you can't figure it out this way. If it's tricky like this, well, let's try another way. And if you fail again, just try again. And having that positive thinking of, okay, now I've achieved it, fantastic, and yes, I might be brilliant at maths, but now what? You're on your way to going on to the next thing and never stopping. Your goal should always keep going.
You just made a point that just stuck out so well. The fact that sometimes people stop because they fail. That's another major point that we need to emphasize here. Some people, have the jotters, write it down, and the very first goal they wrote down to execute, they try to do it and they fail. And they're like, you know what, achieving is not for me, So this is another part that
fear of failure, isn't it? That fear of, okay, I failed, I can't get out.
I can't do it again. And they're better than me. They did it once and they did not fail the first time. I did it and I failed the first, so it's not for me. So this is another critical area that people tend to, give up or feel like they cannot move on.
And I think that's a really good point as well to carry on with, is how success is always just seen at the top part. We always exude our successes. If you go into somebody's home, you're going to see photos of them in happy moments. You never really see the underneath the water, the tip of the iceberg is up there. But meanwhile, actually, underneath the iceberg is this massive failures and trying hard. And if you look at people like Albert Einstein, even Oprah Winfrey, so many people, even Walt Disney,
Thomas Edison,
people did not want to know about them. They had so many failures, but now look at them, their names are in history because they didn't give up. And I think that's also very important, is they would have success and then they think, but what next? What more can I do? What more can I do? What can happen next?
Constantly.
Pushing yourself. It's not a fixed goal. It's not a fixed mindset. So I think that's really important
There's that
for
kind
us.
of hunger to exceed what you've been before.
Exceed expectations.